Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and I pray that this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, safe, and thriving. And this morning's message is a little bit different. You know, every now and then I'll get a private message from you. It'll be something like, hey, do you pretty much spend your whole life in your treehouse? Like, what else do you do? And I'm like, sometimes I wish I could spend my whole life in this treehouse because it's kind of like an opulent bubble. It's my safe place. It's my church. But no, I have a life outside of the treehouse. And one of the things I want to share with you today is a perfect experience to talk about one of the things I do, but one of the things I know that you and I can do together. So one of the things I launched, it's been now a half a year, and it's called the Human Grace Project. And it's actually in conjunction with our local ABC affiliate. In fact, the Human Grace Project is all about optimism and spirituality and love and kindness and inclusivity. And yes, it's played right in the smack dab in the middle of the news. How cool is this affiliate that they would put something like the Human Grace Project, a name that I conceived? And I thought, wow, I wonder if they're going to go for a name like that. It's a little spiritual, maybe a little too forward. But man, I've got such beautiful chosen family at our local ABC affiliate. It's the Denver Channel 7. And so anyway, I did a piece that was all about the ideas behind compassion and self-compassion. Because one of the things we've been getting from viewers over the last few weeks has been questions such as, I don't know what to do now. We're kind of finding our way, looking at this unique, oftentimes feeling like it's precarious, not a whole lot of really what's exactly ours to do when it comes to moving out of this pandemic. And then there's this other part of us who's trying to figure out what is ours to do when it comes to how do we let our voice and our selves be seen and heard in relationship to what happened in Minneapolis with George Floyd. Just the name. What happened to George? Just every time I say his name, I see his face. So, and the question came up. It was like, what do I do now? Well, here's the beautiful place that I want you and I to consider that we can do right now. It's a place that is, it's called vulnerability. I like to even say, for me more and more these days, it's vitamin V. It's vitamin vulnerability. And why? Because I believe it's the birthplace of common humanity. And I think every single one of us needs to take a deep, deep dose of vulnerability every single day. Because all of us are trying to figure out what we should be doing right now. Every single one of us. And I don't care what side you are coming from, what your ideology, what your values are. I think there's a rising up of common humanity right now. And the most beautiful presentation we can make to the world is saying, hey, you know what? I don't know exactly what I should be doing right now, but here's what I'm going to begin with. I'm going to begin with vulnerability. Just knowing that that idea in of itself is scientifically based to say that when we are vulnerable and we expose the fact that we don't know exactly what to do, or we are trying to figure out what is ours to do, it is the birthplace of common humanity. And I do believe if there's anything that we can do right now, if there's any perfect, beautiful, purpose-filled response that we can have together right now, it is our acknowledgement of common humanity. Because in vulnerability, there is a level of self-compassion that comes over us. When we just say, I don't know what to do, but I'm going to do my very best to figure out what I can do this morning, what I can do this afternoon, what I can do tonight as I look back at my day that makes it feel like, I know I feel peaceful because here's what I did today. I showed up. I was kind, unconditionally. I was open. I made eye contact. I told someone, everyone, through my gestures, through my actions, that I loved them, that I was standing for common humanity. I didn't do any lecturing. I did more listening. Oh, do I need that more in everyone's life? I need that for me. I need that for us, right? No one needs to be lectured right now. We just need to be listened to. And we need to be listened to. And wouldn't it be amazing if we just listened with our eyes? There is so much good research that says just the eye contact, soft eyes, not hard eyes, soft eyes, just looking, seeing, being with another human being. and not needing to fill the space with lectures, with intellectual stuff, with telling people what you know. Here's how we're going to grow, by actually closing the distance, by just seeing one another with soft eyes. And then from there, we start to build trust, because soft eyes create a release of oxytocin. Oxytocin is a love hormone. It builds trust, and trust in the existence of seeing and being with another human being. We leave each other and we go out in the world knowing that something and someone galvanized an experience that we can trust, and we can move into the next experience. It's like a playing it and paying it forward in humanity. So if you're being asked what it is yours to do or what you could be doing, I know, I don't know either. But here's what I do know. I'm going to begin with vulnerability and just being honest that I'm working on figuring it out. And how I'm going to figure out is I'm going to begin with love and kindness and compassion and vulnerability. And that's how I'm going to begin each and every day. Jesus had disciples, which were basically students of the word, of his example. We can all be students of a word. If the word is love, if the word is kindness, if the word is compassion, if the word is inclusivity, if the word is vulnerability, let us be students of that. Let us practice that, and let us become that. It's a beautiful time to be open, to be a student, and to allow ourselves to live with love, lead with love, listen with love. I love you. I believe in you. I deeply appreciate you. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.